Good to go? Okay. Good morning and welcome everyone online and here locally to the second quarter webinar. Today we're going to focus on, give you some highlights on what the market's done since the beginning of the year, look at the past quarter, or in the current quarter, but more importantly, we're going to spend a lot of our time on financial fitness. So my name's Thomas Ming, and I'm with Tower Rock Advisors, and just focus on corporate retirement plans, multi-employer plans, defined benefit plans. That's my specialty, and here is my contact information if you'd like to write it down real quick. The agenda for today is review the markets and then the benefits of a financial wellness program. Everybody's going, the benefits of a financial wellness program. Yeah, me getting paid more is a benefit to a financial wellness program. Well, there's more to it than that. That's right. It's making more, but also saving more. But more importantly, when your finances are in order, you have less stress. Your body works a lot more efficient. So we're going to go through what happens when you have some financial education to make smarter decisions in life. Okay? But first of all, we're going to talk about the market. And year to date, so from January 1st till yesterday, we're up 14.55% for the S&P 500. So far, so good. We've been waiting for the market to decline and adjust. We haven't seen it yet. Most analysts think that we're going to see this type of market. We're going to see, decent market conditions until the end of this year, and we might see in 2014 an adjustment in the market. We were looking for an adjustment later on this year. But what's caused the market to go up? And over the past couple of years, it's not because of corporate profits or consumer spending. It's terrorist acts, world events have caused our markets to be jittery. But actually, we really haven't seen a lot of outside events that have caused our markets to adjust. So the reason why the markets have done so well is because of corporate profits. They tend to be extremely high right now. The amount of cash that corporations in the United States have on the sidelines, waiting to spend, waiting to expand, is the most they've ever had. So consumer spending's up. People are feeling good now. Their housing's, their housing situation's in shape now. Maybe they've gotten out of their old house, refinanced into a new house. They're starting to spend money now. So that's why you're seeing the markets go up. We're seeing a huge spending activity in technology. So from the dot-com era, we really saw a lull in technology spending. Now we're going to see an enormous amount. And most of it's driven by cloud-based spending. And cloud-based is everything is going into the cloud, right? The portals, our hardware systems. So whenever we save documents, it doesn't go on our computer anymore and sit on our computer. It goes up into a cloud, into an off-site storage. So you're seeing these companies implement cloud-based storage and computing, which is causing technology to increase. Quarter to date, since April 1st until yesterday, we're up 4.12%, so right along with what the market's done for the year. So hopefully, we'll see this market continue for this year. One thing to remember is in the summertime, the market tends to get slow. Okay, you don't see a lot of activity. Buying and selling really drops because people are on vacation. Congress is, on vacation. So there's not a lot of activities going on that would cause the market to adjust, right? So if you see it kind of just stall out mid-June through August, don't be surprised. That happens every year. So that's the market update. There's really no exciting news to let you know about the market besides that corporate America, strong consumer spending. All of us in this room, all of you out there on the webcast are spending more money and feel confident. But today, we're going to focus on behavioral changing financial wellness program. So this is part one of part two or three-part series. Just depends on how much we get through on the next webinar in August. But it's implementing financial wellness programs so that the employer benefits from it and the employees benefit from it. So we're going to talk about why financial wellness matters to employers, the benefits of an effective financial wellness program, and then the cost savings benefit from a health standpoint. If we're healthy at work, we're more productive at work, the company should be making more money. Okay? So, this is a graph, a snapshot graph of financial stress is the number one reason or the number one cause or health problem for somebody that doesn't have their finances in order. So the red is people with high levels of financial stress, and the blue balls are for people with low levels of financial stress, okay? Somebody that's not in debt, somebody that maybe has refinanced their house, understands that, hey, I need to get my costs as low as possible, and I need to save as much as I possibly can. Okay? Not scrambling every month to make ends meet, living below their means. So this is financial stress manifests as migraines and headaches, 44% versus 15%. Somebody that is not prepared. Severe depression and anxiety. I mean, these are 3 to 4 to 5 times more if you're financially stressed. Insomnia. People aren't sleeping because they're worried about paying their financial obligations. But most importantly, heart attacks. You have a 50% chance more of having a heart attack by not having your finances in order. So we don't think that it causes us health problems, but it does. And I'm not here to go into all the, the health side of the issue, but just to bring to light, how important it is to get your finances under control. Oops. This is a company healthcare savings from 2009 to 2010. Non-financial educational users, 4.9%. To somebody that has some education, to 9.15%, and then somebody that's a heavy financial educational users. Somebody that understands their complete financial picture from their car and how you buy a car to their house and refinancing their house to saving, if you have kids, saving for your kids' education, lowering your mortgage. Your whole financial picture is having it under control so that you can manage it correctly. But from a healthcare side, it's, well, Johnny stubs his toe. Do I take him to urgent care because he stubs his toe and it costs me $250? Take him to urgent care because he's crying. Knowing that, hey, because a lot of people do that. They just think, wow, we can go to urgent care. But, if they're spending all their money on things that aren't a pressing health problem, they're better off to put a Band-Aid on it and pour some hydrogen peroxide on it and save that $250. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people just go to the urgent care, right to the hospital just for the most minor issues. And they spend all their money on those minor issues. And then what happens is these huge major issues boil up because they don't have the money to address it. And as an employer, return on investment. You have a healthy, financial savvy workforce. You're going to have less absenteeism. Non-users, 15.73 hours versus 11.48. So if you times that by your population of employees, times the improvement of 4.25 hours, times the median salary, that's going to get what your cost savings is. So right away, you can justify looking into implementing a financial wellness program that we'll cover in the second webinar in August, and how you can do that. There's companies out there that can bring forward a complete financial wellness program to you, so your organization is financially fit as possible. Any questions? No? Okay. Now everybody's saying, well, how's this fit into the 401k? What's a 401k guy talking about? Well, we're jumping in the 401k side right now. So, analysis of improvements of regular financial wellness and service users made to their finances from 2009 to 2011 for 2 years. So in 2009, 28% said, I feel confident that my investments are allocated properly, meaning I have them spread out. So if the market goes down, they all won't go down. If the market goes up, it'll balance, right? You know, you're risk appropriate. You're not too aggressive. You're not too conservative. You're where you should be based on your situation. And then 2 years, it went up to 46, almost double. The people felt confident that they're in the right investments. 17%, I know I'm on target to replace at least 80% of my income in retirement. 17%, folks, think that they can have enough to live off of. And in 2 years, again, it almost doubled to 30%. And then I contribute to my 401k plan. A lot of people contribute, they just don't contribute enough, right? So 92 versus 98%, not a huge jump. But the takeaway here, and we talked about the last webinar, is that you have to put away 15% of your income for retirement over at least a 25-year period.
I'm sorry, 15%
15
of my income
over a 25-year period
to meet the 80%?
to meet 70%.
70%.
Which I think 70% is more realistic than 80. You know, as long as you have all your fixed, you know, your house, your cars, your kids are out of school, you know, all those large consuming bills that we have on a monthly basis. You know, if you have kids and you're 65 and retiring, you know, you might need more than 70%. But for most people, they can live off 70%. It's just a stretch to get people to 80%. We're so far behind as a population. You know, we have defined contribution plans, 401k plans. You know, Europe, they have pension plans. You know, they have, you know, their Social Security program is a pension plan. You know, so they're set up a little bit different than we are. You know, we, as non-governmental employees, we have to save for ourselves. And if we don't, then you're going to live off Social Security and whatever, you know, savings you have. So I can't stress to you, and it's a huge problem. Congress is trying to figure out how we can get people to save more for retirement. And if we can't change people's behavior and how much they put away for retirement, they'll probably institute a program similar to Australia just put in a program where they put in, every employer has put in 12% for their employee. And I don't know how it balances out as a tax, you know, benefit for the employer, but, you know, it's clear cut. It's going in. So you're going to, you know.
Nothing additional that the employee has to contribute in Australia?
No, they can contribute too. It's just, you know, behavior is that most people don't contribute. The government's put in 2006, they allowed for companies to automatically enroll their employees into a 401k plan and automatically increase their contributions up to 10%. Now you can always opt out, but there's a big difference between opting out of something versus opting into something. So if you're forced to do it, because most of us are lazy, and having us do something, it's real hard to get people to do things. So they usually won't opt out. They'll say, okay, that's what it is. But actually signing the paperwork and 4 pages and who your beneficiaries are, what their address and phone number, it takes some work to do it. So we could see that. We could see our government force us to go into the 401k. Whoa. It just went real fast on me. No, the next one down. Thank you. So talking about the 401k, we're talking about average 401k deferrals. So heavy users of financial wellness program, which we're going to talk about again in the next seminar in August, is that you have significantly higher deferral rates than those who use the program sporadically or not at all. So, 5.77% to 11%. If you've had 5+ interactions within the financial wellness program, right? If your company's put in a financial wellness program and you've gone to 5 or more seminars on how to change your behavior. The average deferral is about 6.5%, 7% nationwide. And they need 15 as a minimum to, over a 25-year period to have enough for retirement. So we're way, way behind. Way, way behind. So all of you in the room today, you're all young. You all have at least 25 years until retirement. Some of you have a lot more than that. Put it away. Sock it away. You have to, because no one else, there's no safety net at the end when you get to 65. Another analysis of employee behavioral changes 30 days after participating in a financial wellness program. So you can see this presentation is really to the employer. All the multi-employer plans we have out there, those companies, it's a presentation for you in particular because we're trying to get across the emphasis of a more healthier financial well-being staff of employees is going to reap benefits for you. But 90% have taken at least one step to improve their finances, and 78% have taken 2 or more steps to improve their finances. The top actions taken were to review your investments, reduce your monthly expenses. I know guys love to have the sports packages and DirecTV packages and spend $150 on cable. Reduce it down. I've used the calculators and worksheets sent to me by my advisor. I've reduced my credit card debt, and I've increased my contribution to my 401k plan. Those are the top items to do. I've reduced my credit card debt. That's your number one. You want to reduce your debt that has the highest interest rate. And that's probably 18%. So don't even contribute to the 401k until you get all your debt paid off. Because your debt's going to be more expensive than what the market can return on your 401k. That's how substantial debt is. You can't invest and make it up. That's how much money they're charging you. Now, if you guys want to just give your money to somebody else to have fun with your money, you can stay in debt. But that's all debt is is somebody else is leveraging your money. They're giving you the ability for you to use their money, and then in turn, you're going to pay them 18%. That's what a credit card is. So that item that costs $100, now it costs you $118. Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, when you say defer from putting into your 401k until you pay off your debt, what about large debts like student loans and, well, student loans?
Student loans are the exception.
Set aside a mortgage, but
Yeah, student loans are the exception because they're, the government has given you preferred interest rate of return to pay back your debt. So, and student loans usually are a long period of time, over a 20-year period or so. So, you can chip away with that and still contribute to your 401k. The only reason why you contribute to your 401k before you pay off your debt is if you have a 100% match from your employer. So if the employer says, okay, I'll give you a 100% match up to 4%, well, that's 100%. That's not 18%. So if the market does 0, you make 100%. That's better than 18% on your credit card. So go up to that match as long as it's higher than your debt. And stop there, pay off your debt, and then get back into savings. It's kind of hard to do everything at once. But just remember, if my match component in my 401k is higher than my interest rate for debt, get into that, take advantage of it, then pay off your debt. But don't go above it. Any questions? Anybody? Okay. So when we talk in August, we're going to talk about ways you can implement this program and marketing the program to your employees. This pyramid right here includes marketing program. This tier of pyramid requires that most work and produces the least guarantee of employee participation. However, it is an important component that is weaved through each tier that you must market the program regardless of how you get employees to participate. So you have to have incentive, right? In life, if there's no incentive for us to do anything, we usually don't do it. So it's not just the company paying for the financial wellness program, it's them giving you maybe a day off or lunches or whatever it might be. It's incentivizing you to take those proactive steps. Raffles, but it's mandatory. So, the plan sponsors that are out there on the web, you have to make this a mandatory program. You have to really buy into it and say, this is something that we're going to, stretch out over a year or 2 or 3 year period and have follow through and make every employee a part of this program. Quarterly newsletters. This is something we send out. You should be receiving them. Has anybody seen the newsletters? No. Okay. So they get sent to you on a quarterly basis. Ellen sends them out to the folks here, and everybody on the web. They get sent to your client relationship managers. I think that's right. Client experience managers. And if you can forward those to your employees once you receive them, they're really good. This is the first quarter newsletter. The second quarter newsletter fits really right into what we're talking about today, and that's savings is always in the season, and then it talks about financial fitness, but more importantly, getting in shape. Because when you get in shape and your body feels good, you'll tend to be more productive as a person in general. Okay? So look for these every quarter, every 3 months. We will have these. They'll be sent to you. So please read them. There's a lot of really good insight on on the retirement plan, and just small changes that you can implement for yourself that'll make a huge difference when you get to retirement. So in conclusion, financial wellness programs can dramatically increase your company's profit margin and improve the overall health of your workforce, sorry it's misspelled, by reducing stress, reducing absenteeism, increasing productivity, increase loyalty to the employer. Key factor. Minimize operational risk. Somebody that's tired, stressed, they make mistakes, there's risk. Improve morale. When everybody's happy, it makes for a lot nicer work environment. And then improve performance. So when you add up all of these, why wouldn't we want these improvements as employers? This is what we're looking for. We want people happy, we want them healthy, we want them financial savvy, we want their productivity goes up because we want our profit margins to go up as employers, right? So it's a win-win. If you're happy, employers are happy. It's the secret recipe to business success. So next webinar, we will go over how to implement a financial wellness program that'll affect you as employees and employers. We haven't set a date for it yet, but probably sometime in mid to late August, I would think, would be our next webinar. So look for that. And that is it. So thank you for your time.